Hey everyone, it's a new year, new camera angle. I just came back from CES, that's why I look a little bit shaggy. I went out there as part of the XSplit crew with a couple of my coworkers. We went to go meet up with some partners and got to check out all the stuff on the show floor. So this video is going to be part preview for all the cool stream tech coming out this year, has already come out, and part vlog just for all the fun stuff that we saw in Vegas. So yeah, without further ado, let's get the show rolling. So the first thing I saw was Sennheiser's Momentum wireless earbuds. These are Bluetooth earbuds similar to Apple AirPods. Pretty much for streaming, I think the only applicable use case could be is if you're playing a game like Just Dance, you need to move around, you can't be tied down by wires. So then we stopped by the Razer booth. Razer had a few new products that came out during CES. One was the new monitor that they announced that was 144 Hertz and I think 1440p. Also, they had a new Max-Q laptops and updated the Razer blades. And then they had a new Razer case, but I kind of geeked out at this booth because I saw a couple people. First was, and I didn't even notice when I was filming it, I saw Rick Fox. And then also I saw MKB HD, which was pretty cool. I was just kind of looking around and then I saw on my camera that someone had a Hasselblad camera and I'm like, who's walking around here with a $40,000 camera? And I looked up and I was like, oh wow, that was a fun little moment for me at that booth. The next cool booth that I stopped by was Audiotechnica's booth. First thing I saw was they have a Bluetooth version now of their M50 headset. So their M50 headset, it's usually the first type of headphones that people pick up when they're streaming. They have really good quality and really good clarity. So now that you have a Bluetooth version, it gives you a little bit more freedom to move around. The next thing I saw was the ATG M2 Boom headset. It basically has like a boom mic. It's similar to the BPHS1 that I mentioned in the fighting game video for like, this is the first headphone or headset that you use when you're broadcasting. But the cool thing about this one is instead of being $200-300 like the BPHS1, it's only $79. So if you're looking for like an entry-level headset for broadcasting, I definitely recommend checking that one out. So as you probably saw from the news coverage of CES, it was all about flying cars and automated cars, but there was also a huge contingent of robots that did a lot of different things, robots that danced, and robots that got you snacks and drinks very slowly. So there was just basically this huge part of the floor that robots were just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. No sex stuff though. Or I didn't find that part of the show. So XSplit actually got caught up with a lot of friends and sponsors of the company, part of the XSplit family. You can see more of that in the XSplit recap, youtube.com/XSplit. We have a whole recap there of the CES event. But I actually got to do a pretty fun thing. I got to meet up with Gutex and we did a short podcast on content creation. So if you go to youtube.com/crosscountertv, you can see the whole podcast and learn more about how to monetize your content in different ways from streaming. So the all-star of the show for CES weekend for streamers was Elgato. They launched a few products that weekend. One that allows you to capture your mobile games from your iPhone. They announced the new Elgato SDK for the Stream Deck, so you can do a bunch of cool stuff now for your Stream Deck. And finally, but probably most importantly for streamers, they announced the Elgato Key Light. The Elgato Key Light is basically lights really that you can connect wirelessly and control wirelessly through the Elgato Control app. And it does a bunch of stuff. It has adjustable like brightness and intensity, adjustable white balance, and it has pretty cool little desk clamps so that you don't need to buy tripods or a bunch of extra junk like I have in the back here to be able to mount your lights. So I know a lot of people balked at the price. I think it's about $200 per light, but considering what it costs to get decent portable lights, I think that's a fair deal. Most people will need 2 lights, so it's about a $400 investment. But yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool. You know, they come with soft boxes. The build quality seem pretty consistent, and because they work with the Control app, there's only many more possibilities for the lights in the future. If they don't already have that capability now, I could foresee they offer some type of RGB options, to change color and stuff, so you can have funny stuff here like I have in the back with lights and colors and effects. So yeah, it's a pretty cool product that makes a lot of sense. A lot of streamers don't take into account light. They just think that because, you know, they have lights in their room, that's all they need. But what you see a lot of times is, even though a streamer's room is well lit, they probably have like a light overhead or something that makes their face kind of dark or hard to see. So yeah, lights is a good option where if you don't want to spend thousands of dollars on a fancy DSLR with a crazy good lens, then lights is a good way to kind of delay that purchase for a bit. So like a lot of other CES shows, car manufacturers were showing off their concept cars and their, you know, future coming up cars. A lot of these cars were self-driving and had futuristic looking stuff. It was Mercedes, Nissan, even Nvidia's booth with all the RTX stuff going on still showed off its own self-driving cars concept and, you know, AI technology and all that. But I think the most impressive thing that I saw on that show floor was this massive boat or yacht or whatever it was. And I'm guessing it could yacht itself or drive itself. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. I have no idea how they got that in there or even just transported it. So that was pretty much all of CES. There was also a lot of food terrorism that happened. So if you haven't, check out my Instagram, instagram.com/offcast, for all sorts of gluttony and depravity. And now that we're back in Manila, it's time to get back to work. Working on new tutorials, new content coming up soon. What's coming up next is going to be the 2 PC streaming setup tutorial. There might be some interstitial content in between. I'm not sure because that video might take a little bit longer to make because I no longer have vacation days coming up. But yeah, if you can, give a like, subscribe for more tutorials and content, and leave comments. I really enjoyed answering all the questions that I received on the fighting game tutorial. And yep, 2019 should be fun, and catch you later.